Dave Gardy here at ATIA 2020 in Orlando. I'm at the booth of Almogu with the Voice Keeper, and I'm with Elliot Gervitz, who's the CEO. Elliot, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
It's great to hear from you, and glad you're here today. Tell us what you do. What does the company do?
Well, we're a TTS company, a text-to-speech company. The product that we're showing now is the Voice Keeper. It's a voice banking service. Voice banking is a service mainly for ALS patients that know that they're about to lose their voice, so they can record it when their voice is still strong, and later when they can't speak and they use a text-to-speech engine, they can use an engine that sounds like them.
Excellent. So some of the applications for this are for the people just ALS, or is other applications?
Well, I think that the biggest audience that requires it is ALS patients, because they're the greatest population that knows that they're about to lose their voice. So you need to know in advance that you will lose their voice so you can record it. If you don't know that in advance, you can't record it. There is one additional use case. If you don't have a voice at all, maybe it's kids or from other reasons, you can still use a personalized TTS engine by asking someone to record for you. What I'm trying to say is creating TTS engines now in 2020 is really easy. So you just need someone to record a few hundred sentences, spend a few minutes or tens of minutes of recording, and you get a text-to-speech engine that is unique to you.
Now, this is software that goes onto a laptop or a computer. How does it work?
Well, there are two parts. There is the recording part and the using part. As for the recording, you can do it with a browser on a desktop. It's a website. You just enter the website. You have to use a USB headset. We'll show that shortly. Put the headset on and start speaking the sentences, and you create the voice. When you want to use the voice, you can use it on iPads or on Windows devices. That's all the devices that have good communication software, because you need to have communication software in addition.
So this is web-based, almost like SaaS?
Well, the recording is web-based completely. Yeah, you don't have to install anything in order to record. You just go to the website and start recording.
And then how do you retrieve it later when you want to use it?
There are two options. You can download it as a Windows, it's called a SAPI component, a Windows SAPI speech engine that you can use with any communication device. It's very easy. As for iPads, we have our own AAC app, and we're doing some integrations with other app vendors, so I believe that later this year you could use it in some other well-known communication apps.
Now, what distinguishes the Voice Keeper from other similar applications in this field?
Well, we wanted the voice building process to be very easy and fast, because I think before we started to work on the Voice Keeper, before we saw other technologies, and creating a voice required to record hundreds of sentences. And when you need to record hundreds of sentences, I see in your eyes, nobody will record 100 sentences unless you really don't have a choice. We're in the age that we need immediate feedback, so we looked for something faster. So we built a system that is milestone based. After only 3 minutes of recording, you get the first version of the voice. It's not a great voice, but it gives you feedback, and it encourages you to keep recording. So it asks you to record 7 additional minutes, and you get a much, much better voice. And then it asks you to record another 10 minutes, and you very, very quickly reach 300 or 400 sentences, which are great quality, without spending, you're in.
Great. So you've got attracted a lot of attention here at the booth. How's the show been for you?
Well, the show has been great. It's actually my first time in ATIA. We're only rather new in the US, so we're getting a lot of traction. I talked to all the major players that I wanted to speak with. Another thing regarding your last question about distinction of the Voice Keeper, the major requirement when creating a personal voice, TTS voice, is using a USB headset microphone. If you don't use a good microphone, you won't have a good voice. But most people don't have USB headset microphones handy. So we developed an iOS app, an iPhone app, so you can create the voice with your iPhone. You just you talk it like this. You see the sentences on the screen. You speak 30 sentences, and you get the first version. So it's really quick. Most people have iPhones, so 50% of the people here have iPhones. So I think this is our greatest and latest invention and advantage.
Yeah, that is a great advantage. Now, if people want to find out more about the Voice Keeper, where should they go online?
TheVoiceKeeper.com, Google it, The Voice Keeper, or The Voice Keeper on the App Store will get them the app. Creating the voice is really easy. It's 10 seconds registration, and you can create your own voice. And it's free to create.
That's excellent. TheVoiceKeeper.com. We've been talking to Elliot Gervitz, who is the CEO of a company, the parent company, which is Almogu. Thank you very much for joining. And you're located in Israel, right?
Yes, thank you very much.
Excellent. Dave Gardy here at ATIA, Orlando 2020. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned for more.